Maka is a Farseer of Craftworld Biel Tan. Committed to the path of the Seer as she attempts to sear the fate of her people from annihilation, upon the world of Tartarus, Maka would foresee a great peril. The ancient artifact, known as the Maledictum, threatening to revive the Chaos entity imprisoned within its form. Imperial excavation teams unearthed a marker which directed them to its location. Mobilizing a task force to purge the humans before they brought ruin to the planet, the meddling of the Alpha Legion sorcerer, Sindri Mir, exacerbated their containment of the being. The sorcerer's overlord, Lord Bale, pitting the Orc-War of war boss Orcamungus against the Imperial defenders, the intervention of Space Marines of the Bloodravens chapter further heightened the bloodshed, unknowingly fueling a Khornate ritual. Inquisitor Mordecai Toth of the Ordo Malleus, the only Imperial aware of the presence of the artifact, allying with 3rd Captain Gabriel Angelos to secure his charge. Yet Maka could not allow the Imperium to meddle in affairs beyond their control. Divining battle plans to counter the forces of the Imperials, Orcs, and Thralls of Chaos, Maka, in an act of desperation, summoned an avatar of Kayla Mencha Kane, playing into the hands of the scheming Alpha Legion sorcerer. The battle between the Bloodravens and Biel Tan warriors, allowing Sindri to steal the catalyst which would unlock the Maledictum's power. As the avatar of Kane fell, the Eldar's leverage to dictate the course of battle faltered. As Gabriel Angelos slew Lord Bale in single combat, Sindri retreated with the fell artifact, imbuing his form with the power of the Maledictum as Maka made haste to the summoning site. Allying with the Bloodravens in order to foil the attempts of Sindri to become a Demon Prince of Chaos, Angelos' strike with the Demon Hammer, Godsplitter, put an end to the conniving serpent. Inquisitor Toth urging Gabriel to destroy the Maledictum with a strike of his hammer. Though Maka warned of the unfettered release of the Greater Demon of Khorne, the Space Marine captain regardless crushed the artifact. Proclaiming Angelos to have damned all as she fled from Tartarus, Maka evaded the impending warp storm which ravaged the planet, casting aside her precious armor as penance for her failure. Vowing to kill Gabriel Angelos for his actions, Maka would venture to the tomb world of Rahe's paradise as Necrons stirred from their long slumber. Maka's forces targeting human psykers as a priority, her actions weakened the influence of the Lysanthrahil shield of the Eldar, which kept the Necrons dormant. Her attempts to restore it to full functionality made too late as a Necron Lord rallied his armies. The Bloodravens, deploying from the Ravenous Spirit and Rage of Erudition Voidcraft, destroying Maka's flagship, the Reaper's Blade. The psychic feedback caused by the spilling of the vessel's Dark Reaper spirit pool onto the surface, proving disastrous. As Lysanthrahil's shield shattered, Necrons in their thousands marched from their tombs, both the Eldar and Space Marines attempting to stem their advance until the Imperials unleashed Exterminatus upon Rahe's paradise. Purging the tomb world of all of its Necron inhabitants, the Calamity nonetheless had aided in the awakening of more Necrons across the Lorne system. Maka once again meeting with Gabriel Angelos to form an alliance of convenience. Combining their resources to put an end to the Necron threat, Gabriel entrusted the Wrath of Vol unto Maka, having received it from a Harlequin troop following his combat made against the Thousand Sun sorcerer, Arzek Ahriman. Striking the Necron Cyclops Scruta flagship, which detonated, creating a void in the warp, the Necrons were dragged into oblivion, with many believing Maka to have suffered a similar fate. Aiding the campaign of Ortak Kia upon Cyprus Ultima to procure the fabled Eldar Spear of Cain, Maka assumed command of the disorganized forces, slaying Warboss Gitstomper in the process. Ortak Kia appointing Maka as his champion, tasking her to kill Gabriel Angelos. The Phoenix Lord Jane Zar would confront the Farseer, questioning her motivations. Dueling Angelos in single combat to a stalemate, their bout would be interrupted by the resurgence of the prophesied wandering Eldar world, Acheron, its return raining debris upon the world of Cyprus. Withdrawing from the battle, knowing Angelos would prove crucial to combat the impending threat, her perception of their intertwined fate and his own belief that the Spear of Cain bore the stain of corruption staying her hand. Seeing Ortak Kia to be leading his people astray, Maka attempted to rescue the Spirit Stone of the slain Farseer, Taldir, following the guidance of her brother, Ronan. For should word of Biel Tan, holding a venerated Ulthwé Farseer captive, be known, war between craftworlds would prove inevitable. Orchestrating an alliance with the incumbent Orc warlord, Gorguts, to aid her objective, the Orcs attacked the stronghold of Ortak Kia, whilst Maka, Jane Zar, and Ronan concealed their involvement. freeing Taldir's soul from bondage as the armies of Eldar, Bloodravens and Orcs attempted to procure the Spear of Cain. Inquisitor Holt bombarded its location from orbit, allowing Autarkia passage to its shrine. As the Eldar fought one another, Maka merged her force with that of Farseer Taldir to divine the fate of those who fought within the vault. Seeing Gorgus Julkir within the shrine, losing the battle as the Autark claimed the spear. At the moment of his triumph, the spear shattered, revealing its true nature as a weapon of chaos. Summoning an ancient evil from ages past, the blood sacrifice of Kier brought ruin to Acheron, Maka putting aside her need to slay Angelos as she implored the now Chapter Master to aid her. Captain Balthazar sacrificing his life to ram the battle barge, dauntless, into the mantle of Acheron. Farseer Maka gathered Angelos and Gorguts to face the demon, rooted into the altar of the spear. The Wayfarers slaying the demon, Maka's actions broke the prophecy, and thus also ended their alliance, preventing calamity from befalling all to which the forces of chaos draw succor. Though whether or not Maka continues to hunt Gabriel Angelos to sate her need for vengeance remains unknown.